a brutally honest message from your person. I've already asked Archangel Michael for protection. Spirit, show us. I want to have a mic. It is cute. I think it's cute. Spirit, show us the collective's person's brutal truth. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Emperor. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card, and at the top of the deck, the Knight of Wands. It's the Devil forced itself out as well. So I want to look at those in a minute here. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles, their brutal truth is they keep themselves busy because they are intentionally moving slow. The relationship is moving slowly on purpose. And I think the reason that's a brutal, honest truth, I feel it intuitively, is because either they present it to you or they've said it to you in a way where it's like, this is just the way it's working. No, it is on purpose and with a purpose. Um, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving card. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they just keep themselves busy, but they want to lavish you with beautiful things. So they convince themselves, although I am moving slow and I feel really shitty about it, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. Um, it's okay because I'm going to take that money and I'm going to take what I'm working hard on and I'm just going to shower them with goodies. It's going to be okay. That's how they make themselves feel better. And that's their brutally honest truth. Then we have the Page of Swords. Um, I'm sorry, guys. I struggle being on camera, even at work when I have to be on camera. All of a sudden, my face starts itching. So if you see me doing a bunch of things, it's like a nervous tick. Um, I'm just laughing because typically at work, if I'm on camera, I shuffle my tarot deck to calm myself down. But I'm doing tarot, so I can't. It's not quite can't really do that to calm myself down, right? But anywho, I have the Page of Swords. They're always on guard with you. Yeah, they're always on guard. They always expect you to have something to say. That's their brutally honest truth. Yeah. And for those of you, I'm hearing really loudly that are no contact because I want to backtrack a bit. There's two storylines here. The first one I said, and then the other storyline is for the people for no contact. They're slowly moving towards you and they keep themselves busy and they buy things to distract themselves from the longing. Both storylines are very, very in accord with this card, which is they stay on guard. They stay on guard. Although it is a communication card, Spirit's being very clear for both uh, timelines, if you will. Um, hi. Spirit's being very clear with both timelines in terms of the Page of Swords. They struggle to receive any communication from you because they feel like they're always going to fight. Um, or like you're always going to fight. It's always going to be a fight. So they're always on guard. And then we got the Emperor card. They're a very cold person. Yeah. They feel like they always have to be. Yeah. I said hi because someone jumped in the room. um, they feel like they always have to be just very serious and disciplined around you. And they feel like that's your fault. And then don't forget at the top of the deck, which is what's visible, is the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Devil card. The Knight of Wands is a fast moving energy, it's impulsive. So their brutal, honest message is that they are aware that they are an impulsive person and they're aware that that's their weakness. So they tend to impulsively um, overreact, make mistakes. They move without fear, but it damages the relationship a lot. They make decisions without considering you, and they're aware of that, and they're aware that that's their devil. Um, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. Sometimes they wish things would just end between you guys. Also, a double meeting. They wish, although that they wish sometimes things would end between you guys, the double meaning is also they know that if they continue on this path with you, they that you will transform them and their former ways will end, and that also is not something that they're a fan of. Okay, Spirit, can you please give us further clarification on the collective's person's brutally honest message? Thank you, Spirit. See, this came out already, and I was considering it a fluke because I'm kind of hard headed when Spirit talks, if I'm being honest. But it came out again, so twice. It is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is holding the biggest cups of all the entire tarot deck, because she holds the biggest compassion, right? She has the most stable and gentle heart out of the entire 78 cards, right? So their brutally honest message is you're too kind to them, and they don't believe that they deserve that because they're aware of their devils and they're aware of the things that they need to work on, but they hide behind staying busy with work, and they hide behind thinking that you're going to always argue, and they're just aware of themselves. They're hyper aware of themselves, regardless of what timeline we're working with here. And they they know deep down you are too forgiving. You're way too forgiving. It's to the point where they get frustrated with what they think is your naivety, and it's not your naivety. You just have that big of a heart, and they don't think you're naive. They just keep thinking, why do you keep loving me? Why do you keep giving me so much grace? That's their brutally honest message. One more card, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, got the Ten of Pentacles. Finishing off with they, I mean, you're their long-term sight, right? You're their everything. Yeah. They want a family with you. They want to share their abundance with you. They want the long term with you. So, regardless of all their frustrations, and they're hyper self aware of their flaws and hyper self aware that they are not deserving of your kind, queenly energy, which is also, I'm just hearing you're so humble. You're so humble. You're always so quick to understand, and just, and at her feet is the shore and water, and I just hear that you flow like water. You just, you mold to whatever form is the current situation, and you hold space for them. Yeah. They view you in really high esteem, and it frustrates them. It does. At the bottom of the deck we have the, oh, I just got chills, so that's confirmation. At the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Wands, what's hidden. So they do tend to view this relationship as a burden, only because it's a lot of work, not because they harbor any ill will, because again, you're their Ten of Cups. Again, they view you as just the most beautiful, compassionate queen out of anyone in the solar system, right? Anyone in the multiverse. So the hidden truth of it being a burden is only because the relationship is work, and they're not used to that. It's not even a you holding them accountable. It's not. It's, I don't even hear that, because again, you're so kind and you give so much grace, and you're so gentle with them. You hold them like nobody else has. It's truly just the burden of showing up, putting in the internal work, putting in the work for the relationship, showing up for you, right? I'm hearing mother, mother, mother. So their mother never did those things for them, or whatever mother figure there was in their life. I'm not hearing a mother wound. It's possible that they have one, but I just keep hearing mother, mother, mother. So they just never got that from a mother figure at all. And then at the top of the deck, we have the Hermit card. Those are their hidden feelings. So a lot of the time, they go inward to try to process everything that's happening because it's just too much for them. It is too much for them. And then I don't believe in coinkydinks. I almost mistakenly, again, mistakenly, no such thing. When I went to grab the Hermit, this one came out as well. But I wanted to pause for a second until I was ready to speak on it. And I'm getting choked up for a reason. Like I mentioned, they go inward a lot because a lot of soul searching because of this relationship. Um, it weighs heavy on them. It really does. And the Eight of Pentacles, when it gets to be too much, they go back to keeping their hands busy. Yeah, just repetitive tasks to not think. All right. So we're going to do a cross watcher for each sign, what their hidden brutal message is. We're going to start off with Aries. Spirit, show us Aries person's honest, brutally honest message. Thank you, Spirit. Whoa. Okay. Two popped out. We have Beauty. They view you as the most kind-hearted person, right? We already confirmed that. Aries, they view you as the most kind-hearted person. Cloudy Judgment. They feel unbalanced and distorted. We've been saying that the entire reading. That's what I have for you, Aries. We're just going to do one card for each sign as the cross watcher for time's sake. And then one fell. Give me 1 second here. And I'm back. Cool. Okay. Taurus. Spirit, show us Taurus's person's brutally honest message. Please make the messages clear and concise. Give us Taurus's person's brutally honest message. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Thinking they miss you, they crave you, they're desiring you. So possibly a no contact person. I'm hearing that quite loudly, actually. No contact or minimal to no contact, right? But regardless, they're pining for you. Spirit, give us Gemini's persons. Thank you, Spirit. Clinging. Oh, you got an obsessive person. Holding on, obsessing, spying. And tarot counts as spying, just so you know. 1 second here. Cool beans. Okay. Cancer. Spirit, show us Cancer's person's brutally honest message. Spirit, show us Cancer's person's brutally honest message. I'm hearing stop. Conflict. Incompatibility. They don't think you guys are compatible, which that did come up in the reading. Clashing differences. And then let's do Leo. Spirit, show us Leo's person's a brutally honest message. Thank you. That flew out. Intimacy, bonding, sensual, fighting. You're the spark of their life. Look at that fire. That's not a coinky dink, Leo. Yeah. They long for the intimacy between you guys. Not only that, I'm hearing that the intimacy between you guys is just your souls fuse, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. It's very beautiful, actually. I'm a Leo. Spirit, show us Virgo's person's brutally honest message. Thank you, Spirit. Family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. If you don't have a family, they want a family with you. And if you do have a family, get clarification on that. And if they do have a family, Spirit, what's their brutally honest message? Thank you. And if you do have a family, withdrawn, lonely, solitary, they're gone. And then finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Yeah. So if you don't have a family, Virgo, they want a family with you. And if you do have a family, ask for clarification. And we got a double up meaning, which is them leaving. They want to leave, if not have already left, and leave things behind and close this chapter. Okay, Libra, Spirit, show us Libra's person's brutally honest message. Spirit shows Libra's person's brutally honest message. Hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. They are wishing to manifest you. Yeah. They're expecting you to reach out. I'm also hearing they're expecting you to do the work. I'm being honest with you. Yeah. They're expecting you to do the work. Okay. And then we're on Scorpio. Spirit, show us Scorpio's person's brutally honest message. They had got right away, distracted, sidetracked, changed, delays. Yeah. They're delaying in making a true decision about you. They're delaying in, if there's no contact incoming in, something has them sidetracked. A third party. Okay. We're doing Sagittarius. Okay. Spirit shows Sagittarius person's brutally honest message. Scorpio, I'm definitely hearing a third party for sure. For Sagittarius, we got time, waiting, cycles, moments. They're waiting to see how this plays out. Yeah, they're waiting to see how this plays out. They're trying to see if the work is just a cycle that they need to get past, or if this conflict is just a cycle that's going to repeat and they're going to be weary of it, or if it's just in this moment. Yeah, they're watching. They're waiting and watching. Okay, Capricorn. Spirit, show us Capricorn's person's brutally honest message. Thank you, Spirit. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. They're confused about you and they're confused about the relationship. And Aquarius. Spirit, show us Aquarius's brutally honest message. Thank you. Conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. They are unsure about you. They blow hot and cold, and they have multiple choices. Although multiple choices could mean a third party, that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the multiple choices being just simply being all in or all out. I'm seeing the multiple choices being carrying the weight of the responsibilities of the relationship, which showed up in the reading, or just simply not putting in the work. And then finally, we're going to finish off with Pisces. Spirit, show us Pisces person's brutally honest message. Thank you, Spirit. We have intimacy, bonding, sensual and confining. They seek intimacy with you. They miss you. But two more popped out, so I'm going to get them to you. We have silence, frozen, no words, stone wall. So this is why they seek intimacy with you, because there's silence between you guys. And even if it's not a no contact, which I'm hearing that it is, or like minimal contact, it doesn't matter. It's just cold between you guys. Look at this image. Cold between you guys. And then the other one we got is the divine feminine, yin feminine energy. This person is residing in their feminine energy, regardless if they're a woman or a man. And the reason that is important is because the feminine energy receives, does not act. The masculine energy pursues. So if they're residing in their feminine energy, that would explain the silence, because the masculine seeks out. So they want you to chase them. They want you to come forward. They want you to fix things. They want you to work on the relationship, fill in the blank. They want you to put in the work. Okay. And I'm going to do one final message with the Love Oracle cards. the brutally honest message. Actually, I'm hearing the hidden truth oracle for the collective. Spirit, show us the brutally honest message that you have. Thank you, Spirit. Boundaries. This relationship highlights where to protect your energy. That's Spirit talking to you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it came out again as I was trying to shuffle. Oh, thank you. One more came out. I was just saying in my head, Spirit, what about them? And I got pride. They mask their emotions to protect themselves.